Hi everyone, you're welcome to the lesson of today. My name is Miss Adegoke. Today we are considering the subject mathematics and our topic is money. We are looking at addition and subtraction of money. Once again, my name is Miss Adegoke. Before we start, I would implore you to still stay home and stay safe. And if you must go out, make sure you use your nose mask to avoid contacting the virus. Our topic once again is money, addition and subtraction of money. As you can see on the screen, we have our money here, then we have addition and subtraction in front of it. If you look at the screen, you are going to see different denominations of our currency. In Nigeria, we use the naira and the kobo, but most especially the naira note. The kobo has a little value and so people don't use it. We use basically this naira note. Look at the screen, you are going to see the different denominations that we have. Here we have the 1000 naira note. You can see 1000 naira written on this paper note. We have 1000 naira there. On this, beside it, we have the 500 naira. You can see 500 and then the naira sign. You can see me marking that there. We also have the 200 naira note here. You can see all these notes have pictures on them and they are different. This is the 200 naira note. Beside it, we have the 100 naira note. And then beside the 100 naira, we have the 50 naira note. Let's come down. Look at this green. Okay. This unit of currency is the 20 naira note. Beside it, we have the 10 naira note. And then beside the 10 naira, we have the 5 naira note. Now, if you count all these units of money, you are going to see that they are 8 in number. Yes, the Nigerian naira notes are 8 in number. We have the 1000 naira note, the 500 naira note, the 200 naira note, the 100 naira note, the 50 naira note, the 20 naira note, the 10 naira note, and the 5 naira note. Yes, look at the second picture. Here we do not have the naira note. What we have here is the kobo coins. These are coins, not notes. Yes, our kobo are in coins. They are made from metals. They are not notes like we have for the naira. Now we have our 50 kobo here. You can see it here. This is our 50 kobo. We have the 1 kobo here. We have the 1 naira here. Even though this is naira, it is in the kobo form. It is made from the same material with 50 kobo and 1 kobo. We have the 10 kobo here. You can see it on the screen. And then we have the 2 naira here. We have 1 naira and 2 naira coins. The others are in kobo. That's 1 kobo, 10 kobo, 50 kobo. Nowadays, we don't use the kobo. Though if you go to some supermarkets, you get your goods. And then sometimes you see like maybe 500 naira, 599 naira, 50 kobo. The 50 kobo, you can't really spend kobo because the value is so low. So we deal basically with the naira. Okay, I've been talking about naira and kobo, and we are looking at money. We are considering the topic money. As you all know, we spend money every day because it enables us to get goods and services. Without money, you cannot pay for things. In the olden days, they do trade by barter. You have rice and you want beans. You will exchange. That's what trade by barter is. But now we don't have to go through the process of trade by barter. We use money. Whatever you want to buy, give them the money, they give you the goods or the service that you want. So we spend money every day. You come to school, you come to school with money, to buy fish pie, to buy drinks. You come to school, some of you come to school to buy with money, to buy books or to pay for little things like salt, etc. So we spend money every day. To eat food, you need money. We use money for a lot of things. In Nigeria, our currency is the naira and kobo. Other countries have their own currencies too. If you want to go to another country, you will have to change your naira to the currency of that country. Different countries have different currencies. People in America, they use the dollar. If they want to come to Nigeria, they have to convert their dollar to naira because that is what we used to buy in Nigeria. So different countries have their currencies. Now we are looking at conversion of kobo to naira. Let's say someone gives you 100 kobo. We've talked about 50 kobo, 10 kobo, 250 kobo is 100 kobo. If somebody gives you 250 kobo, and that's 50 kobo plus 50 kobo, that's 100 kobo. What does that 100 kobo mean? When we convert it to naira, that's what we are looking at. Now look at this. 100 kobo is the same thing as 1 naira. Look at it here. If you have 100 kobo, that's the same thing as 1 naira. So it's even though 100 kobo sounds as if it's much, it's really not much because you cannot really buy anything with 1 naira now. So 100 kobo means 1 naira. Some of the biscuits they sell there, 10 naira, 20 naira, 15 naira. You see that 1 naira is, very small compared to 15 naira or 10 naira or 20 naira that you need to buy biscuit. 100 kobo is 1 naira, and then 200 kobo is 2 naira. You can see here, you should know, if 100 kobo is 1 naira, then 200 kobo will be 2 naira. 300 kobo, 3 naira. 400 kobo, 4 naira. But look at this other example that we have here. 350 kobo. How do we convert 350 kobo? First of all, break the 350 into 100 and then let's see what remains. 350, let's break it into 100. So we have 300. First of all, we will remove the 100. We have 300 kobo, then we add it with 50 kobo. So 350 kobo will be 300 kobo plus 50 kobo. Now remember that 100 kobo is 1 naira. 200 kobo is 2 naira. So 300 kobo will be 3 naira. And then the 50 kobo, because it's not up to 100 kobo, it's 100 kobo that gives us 1 naira. And this 50 kobo is not up to 100, so it can never be 1 naira. So we have our 300 kobo, which is 3 naira, and then the 50 still remains kobo. So we have 3 naira, 50 kobo. I hope you understand that. 350 kobo, we break it down. That's 300. We have to take the 100 because it is 100 kobo that makes 1 naira. So let's take away the 100. That's 300. And then it remains 50. Like I said before, the 50 is not up to 100, so it is still kobo. It is when the kobo gets to 100, that's when we can say it is now 1 naira. So we have 300 kobo plus 50 kobo. The 300 kobo is 3 naira, and the 50 kobo still remains 50 kobo. That's why we have this answer that you see here. 3 naira, 50 kobo. If you want to calculate again, and then you are given your kobo, what you can do to also get your amount is to divide the kobo amount that you have. See what I've written here? Kobo amount divided by 100 will give you your naira amount. Like now, let's say you have 700 kobo. 700 kobo. So what do? You just say 700 divided by 100. Since you have 700 kobo, just say 700 divided by 100. I know 0 divides 0, 0 divides 0, 7 divided by 1, that will be 7. So your 700 kobo, because you have divided by 100, your 700 kobo will be 7 naira. And it's the same thing here. 100 kobo, 1 naira. 200 kobo, 2 naira. 300 kobo, 3 naira. 400 kobo, 4 naira. 500 kobo, 5 naira. 600 kobo, 6 naira. 700 kobo, 7 naira. That's the same thing we got here. Now, if our 100 kobo is 1 naira, so that means that our 1 naira is also 100 kobo. I've just changed it the other way around. 100 kobo is 1 naira, then 1 naira is 100 kobo. And if 1 naira is 100 kobo, 2 naira would be 200 kobo. 7 naira, that would be, 7 naira is 700 kobo. And then we have 50 kobo here. So what do? The 7 naira 50 kobo becomes 700 kobo plus 50 kobo. So you have 750 kobo. Or better still, to get your calculations quickly, what do? To get your kobo, just take your naira amount. Like we have here, 1 naira is 100 kobo. Just take your naira amount. Let's say 2 naira. How do we change 2 naira to kobo? Just take your naira amount, multiply it by 100. You say 2 times 100. And that will, you should know, 2 times 100 is what? 200. 200. Because 100 times 1 is 100. Then 100 times 2, or 2 times 100 will give you 200. See it again. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 again is 0. And 2 times 1 is 2. So we have our naira sign just in front there. Okay, so 2 times 100. 2 naira times 100 will give us 200 kobo. Instead of naira, it will be kobo. Pardon me. Instead of naira, it will be kobo. So it won't be naira. I will erase my naira from here. It won't be naira. Okay, it has to be kobo. That's 200. That's 200 kobo. So 2 naira will be 200 kobo. Now we come to addition of money. We want to add money. Look at the first example that we have here. 44 kobo plus, to add, we use the plus sign of addition. 44 kobo plus 37 kobo. Okay, what do? You arrange them. See what we have here. 4 on the unit side. You know that when we arrange, we group them according to their value, such as tens, units, hundreds, thousands, etc. So we have 4 under units, then 7 under units as well. 4 plus 7 is what? 11. We write our 1, then we bring the tens to the other side. So our 1 comes here. Then here we have 4 plus 3, that's 8, that's 7, plus the 1 we have brought forward to this side. So 7 plus 1 will give us 8, and that is the 81 that we have here. So 44 kobo here plus 37 kobo will give us 81 kobo. That's what you can see on the screen here, 81 kobo. That's addition of kobo. Now come to this second example. Here we have 37 kobo plus 15 naira 24 kobo plus 26 naira 65 kobo. Some of you will be wondering, but there is 0 here. Why didn't I mention 0 naira 37 kobo? 0 means nothing. So what we have here is 37 kobo. But so you don't make a mistake, always put 0. Because you have naira here, this kobo does not have a naira, so just put 0 so that it can balance it up. So now we come to the addition part. 7 plus 4. Let's come to this kobo side first. 7 plus 4. That's 11. 11 plus 5. That's 16. We write our 6 down, then we bring 1 to this second side. Now 3 plus 2. That's 5. 5 plus 6. That's 11. 11 plus the 1 we brought forward. That's 12. You write your 2 down. You bring your 1 to this other side. Now 1 plus 5. That's 6. 6 plus 6 is what? 12. You write your 2 down, you bring your 1 to this last side. The 1 we have brought forward with the 1 that is here, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 will give us 4. So this brings us to our final answer. Our answer now is 42 naira 26 kobo. That's what we have here. 42 naira 26 kobo. Okay, now the next exercise we have here is subtraction of money. We want to subtract, and subtract means taken away. How do we subtract? We've looked at addition before. Now we are looking at subtraction. Okay. See the first example that we have here. We have 1 naira minus 67 kobo. You see, this can confuse a lot of people because somebody may just think, oh, let me just put the 67 kobo under 1 naira, something like this. And you know, this is wrong. You will feel the work when you do it this way. So what do? You must arrange. We have the naira side and we have the kobo side. You know, the naira side is to your left-hand side, while the kobo side is your right-hand side. So you are told 1 naira. There's no kobo given to you. In order not to make a mistake, what you have to do is to represent your kobo as 0. Put your zeros there. Then now we have 67 kobo. Put your 67 under the 0 you have put down as kobo. And then there's nothing under naira because 67 kobo is not up to 100 kobo. So it is still kobo. So what do we do? 1 naira, take away 67 kobo. We borrow from this 1 naira and we bring to this first 0. 1 and 0 gives us 10. We still need to take away 7. So what do? We borrow from 10 and bring to this side. 10 remains 9. You know, the way we used to subtract. 10 remains 9. So here we have 1 and 0. And that gives us 10. 10 minus 7 is what? 3. That's the 3 you are seeing here. Then 9 take away 6. That is also 3. Of course, you put your dot to differentiate between naira and kobo. Now, you remember that we borrowed 1 from this naira. So this naira remains 0. There's nothing else to it again. That's 0. So we borrowed 1 from this naira side. We bring down our 0. There's no more naira again. So 1 naira, we take away 67 kobo. That will give us 33 kobo. Is that understood? Now let's look at the second example. Here we have 6 naira 95 kobo. Take away 1 naira 55 kobo. It is arranged already. All you have to do is just to take away. 5 take away 5 is what? That's 0. 9 take away 5 is what? That's 4. Then we come to the second side. 6 take away 1. That's 5. So that gives us our final answer, which is 5 naira 40 kobo. Now, let me give you some word problem on addition of money. If I should ask you, mommy gives you 30 naira and daddy gives you 40 naira. How much do you have all together? The money daddy and mommy has given to you, what do? You just join them together. You say 30 naira plus 40 naira, then you have 70 naira. The same thing that we are looking at now. What problem? A story that deals with addition of money. Look at this first example. John bought a crate of egg for 400 naira. The crate of egg costs 400 naira. He bought 2 singlets for 400 naira and a mathematical book for 350 naira. Then, listen to the question. How much money did he spend? How much money has John spent altogether? First of all, he bought a crate of egg for 400 naira, singlet for 400 naira, and the mathematical book for 350 naira. So let's see how much he has spent altogether. I want to believe you've gotten your answer already. Okay, let's see. Now, look at this. The crate of egg costs 400 naira. The 2 singlets cost 400 naira as well. And then the mathematical book costs 350 naira. What do? We add them together so that we can get the total amount that he has spent. There is no kobo there. So we have 400 naira, 0 kobo. All of them have 0 kobo. So we have our 0 kobo still marked out here. And then we come to the naira part of it. We have 400 plus 400 plus 350. 0, 0, 0. That gives us 0. 0, 0, 5. That gives us 5. Then we have 4, 4, 3. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 8 plus 3 will give us 11. So what do? You have always been told, count 3 numbers from the back. That's 0, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3. You put your comma. So what do we have now? We have 1,000 150 naira. That's the total amount that John used to buy a crate of egg, 2 singlets, and a mathematical book. Okay, we come to the next okay, the next exercise we have here is word problem on subtraction of money. We've looked at addition. Now look, let me ask you this question. Let's say mommy gives you 100 naira and mommy asks you to buy biscuits of 50 naira, and she asks you to bring back a balance. That's a change. How much do you think mommy will collect? She gives you 100 naira, you subtract 50 naira. How much remain? Out of 100, you take away 50 naira. It is 50 naira that will be remaining. So that's what subtract. You take away, you remove to know how much is left. Look at this. I'm sure some of you will be very smart enough to tell me this answer. Look at this example. A farmer bought 2 hens, not 1, 2. The 2 hens for 350 naira each. 350 naira is not for the 2 hens, but for each of them. After 2 months, he sold them for 750 naira each. Take note of those figures. He bought them for 350 naira each. Then he also sold them for 750 naira each. Now, feeding the hens cost 150 naira each month. Then the question, what is his profit? We want to know whether he has made more money than he spent on buying those hens. Okay, let's look at this. If 1 hen is 350 naira, and then what happened? The farmer bought 2 hens. Okay, 1 hen is 350 naira. 2 hens will be 350 times 2, or you say 350 plus 350. I'm sure you are familiar with that. And that's what? 700 naira. That's the 700 naira that we have here. Okay, now let's go back to that question again so that you can. After 2 months, he sold them for 750 naira each. Before he sold them, there is feeding. Feeding the hen costs 150 naira each. Before he sold the hens, he fed them. And he fed the hens with 150 naira each. Each of them spent 150 naira in feeding. So look at this. Feeding them 150 naira times 2. That will give us 300 naira. So he bought them for 700 naira and then he fed them with 300 naira. So what do we have here? We had them together, 700 naira plus 300 naira. That will give us 1,000 naira. That means the farmer has spent 1,000 naira in purchasing and feeding those 2 hens. Now, let's come back to the story. After 2 months, he sold them for 750 naira each. After 2 months, he sold them for 750 naira each. Remember that the first month, he spent 150 on them. The second month, he spent 150 on them. And we've calculated that to be 300 naira. So after 2 months, he sold them for 750 naira each. Remember the ends are 2. So what do we do? 750 naira in 2 places. That's 750 naira times 2. And that is 1,500 naira. So what is his profit? How do people get profit? You buy something for a small amount of money, you sell it for a bigger amount of money. That's when you have a profit. The amount you are selling is bigger than the amount you have bought it. So look at it. Profit is calculated by subtracting the cost price from the selling price. That is, selling price minus cost price. The amount you sell a good minus the amount you bought that good. So what do we have here? He sold them for 1,500 naira, like we have here, the 2 of them, 750 times 2. And then he spent 1,000 naira on them. That is 700 naira to purchase and 300 naira to feed. So we take away 1,000 naira from 1,500 naira. And what does that give us? 0 take away 0, that's 0. 0 take away 0, that's 0. Then 5 take away 0, that's 5. And 1 take away 1 is 0. So how much has he spent How much did he make? He spent 1,000 naira. He sold them for 1,500 naira. Then when we took away 1,000 from 1,500, we have 500 naira. So the farmer's profit is 500 naira, 0 kobo. There's no kobo at all. He has only 500 naira. I hope that is understood. So you're going to do these exercises to test your knowledge on addition of money. Look at what we have here. The first part, that is this say, you are to add. Then the second part, you are to subtract. Look at the first part, the hey. You are to add number 1, 251 naira 75 kobo with 66 naira 70 kobo and 45 naira 44 kobo. The second exercise, you are to add 104 naira 72 kobo with 158 naira 62 kobo with 13 naira 44 kobo. You are to add those together. Then the second part, which is the subtraction question, you are to take away 342 naira 20 kobo from 436 naira 60 kobo. That means you say 436 naira 60 kobo minus 342 naira 20 kobo. And the other one, 172 naira 30 kobo minus 98 naira 17 kobo. You have to take those away. Yes, we have been talking about money addition and subtraction. And this is just to remind you once again that in Nigeria, the naira and kobo are the units of currency that we use here. And 100 kobo is equal of the same value with 1 naira. 1 naira is also 100 kobo. Okay, we have some work here to test ourselves on. Okay, I expect you to get all these answers. After doing them, just go over them again. You should be able to get all these questions. Question 1 says, what is the sum of 128 naira 15 kobo, 28 naira 90 kobo, and 276 naira 62 kobo? What is the sum? Sum means addition. If you add them together, what will those three monies give you? Question 2, what is the difference between 683 naira 35 kobo and 284 naira 58 kobo? How are they different? Question 3, a book costs 800 naira and a cup costs 250 naira. What is the difference in price? Question 4, I now bought a dozen bars of soap for 900 naira, 0 kobo. Biscuits for 350 naira 60 kobo and a tin of Milo for 850 naira 50 kobo. How much did she spend altogether? So calculate those and then let me know your answers. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you still stay home to stay safe.